Write the quotient in the standard form a plus bi. Okay, I is the imaginary number. So actually I is equal to square root of minus 1. So let's simplify the given expression. So we can write minus 5 minus square root of minus 4 divided by 5 minus square root of minus 9 as minus 5 minus square root of 4 times square root of minus 1. Similarly, in the denominator, it is 5 square root of 9 times square root of minus 1. So this then becomes minus 5 minus square root of 4 is 2, 2i divided by 5 minus square root of 9 is 3 and square root of minus 1 is I, where I is the imaginary number. Now we got to simplify it. So the expression we have to simplify is minus 5 divided by 5 minus 3i. So the way we simplify this is to multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate. That is means the same term but with the opposite sign in the numerator and denominator. Okay, so we actually looked for the conjugate of the term in the denominator, but we are going to multiply it by the same quantity in the numerator and in the denominator. So this can be written as 5 minus 3i, and remember we are going to multiply by the opposite sign of the term in the denominator, so that will be 5 plus 3i opposite sign, and we multiply by the same quantity in the numerator too. Now we will apply FOIL technique. So in the numerator, where first FOIL, you all are aware of FOIL. Okay, FOIL is first term, then outside term, and then inside term, and then last term. So we are going to FOIL it. So let me write those two expressions which are going to FOIL in the numerator times 5 plus 3i. In the denominator we are going to FOIL 5 minus 3i times 5 plus 3i. Remember 5 plus 3i is the conjugate of 5 minus 3i. So we are applying the FOIL in the numerator. The first term is 5 times minus 5. Okay, then the outside term, which is outside, one of the outside terms is minus 5, the other outside term is 3i. Then the inside term, so the inside term is minus 2i from the first term times 5. And then the last two terms, so minus with a plus will make it a minus, and 2 times 3 is 6, and I square, I times I is I square. That will be divided by same FOILing. So first term 5 times 5, okay, then the outside term which is plus 5 times 3i, okay, then the inside term which is minus 3i times 5, okay, and then the last two terms multiplied together, which is minus times plus is minus, 3 times 3 is 9i square. Okay, so I already told you I is equal to square root of minus 1. So I square is equal to square root is minus 1. Okay, I square is minus 1. Okay, so let's do it. 5 times minus 5 is minus 25. Minus 5 times 3 is minus 59. 5 times 2 is minus 10i. And then minus 6i square. For I square I will write minus 1. divided by 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 3 is plus 59, minus 5 times 3 is minus 59, minus 9 I square is minus 1. So this then becomes in the numerator minus 25, then minus 15I and minus 10I, you add the coefficients, both of them minus, so minus 15 minus 10, add them together is minus 25I, and then two minuses, minus 6 times minus 1 is a plus 6. Okay, that will be divided by 25 plus 5I and minus 59, they will cancel, and minus with a minus becomes a plus. Okay, so this is actually equal to 6 minus 25 minus 25I divided by 25 plus 9 is 34. Now 6 minus 25, 25 is greater than 6. So we'll actually subtract 6 from 25 but keep the negative sign of the larger number, which is 25, which is a minus sign. Now 25 minus 6 is 19, but since the larger number has a negative sign, this will also have a negative sign. So minus 19 minus 25I divided by 34 is the final answer. Or you can simplify by dividing by 34 each term in the numerator. So the final answer can be written as this: minus 19 over 34 and then minus 25 over 34I. Basically in the last step I just divided by the denominator each term in the numerator. The key takeaway points is you always multiply by the conjugate of the term in the denominator. That is, if it is 5 minus 3I, the conjugate or the opposite of it is 5 plus 3I. In the numerator, in the denominator, multiply by that same term. Then you FOIL it. Also remember I square is minus 1. And then you simplify. Okay. And when you simplify, always remember I square is minus 1. That simplifies material further, and final answer is minus 19 over 34 minus 25 over 34I. Okay, so I will stop here today. If you have any question or comment, you can always write me a note and I'll be back to answer. I'll definitely answer your question, okay, as soon as I can. So thanks for watching. Take care. Have a nice day.